We're ready for you. You know she acts like a camera woman. She's like,
and action. Hi, awesome human.
hey.
Hey. The bad Hal. Yeah, we thought we'd make a video just to sit down and talk about like the music that we're gonna be releasing and the songs the 2 songs that we put out last week. So yeah.
Yeah, so the first song we're gonna talk about is Okay, I Give Up.
I give up. Wow. And you two are also gonna learn new things. Wow. So I wrote that song late last year. You know, I'd have moments. I remember there was a moment where I'm sure sometime you're gonna hear about just everything that happened to us and, testimonies and all of that. Because, Lee was going through a time, and I feel one day I also got affected by. Sorry, so why do I always get so thinking about emotional things? Oh, okay.
Okay, to put a little context, last year, YouTube does censor some words, so I will just say I wanted to unlive myself last year, and it was the most depressed I've ever been. I mean, someday I will share the full story of how God took me out of that situation and saved my life.
Wow. I feel during that time, it was hard for all of us. Because to some degree, I didn't know that, that was what you wanted to do at the time. But we could all see that you weren't yourself. And there was a time when I was also just feeling so why is life like this? Why is it like that? And there was a certain time when I, one day, I don't know if you even remember, but yes, I just stayed in bed for the longest time. And I don't know if that was the day I pretended I was just sick or whatever it was. I just laid there. I was just feeling so low. And yeah, so when I got out of that, I thought, what am I doing? I could be better, for everyone around. Just all of those thoughts came up. And that's when I thought, there's so many things that we do in this lifetime that hurt us. Sometimes we do it out of pain. And of course, not to judge anybody who does that. It's only life, it's okay. We're all human. But the song was just written to just give up all of the bad habits that you can overcome. Because sometimes I know when you're in a state, sometimes you need help, and it's okay to reach out and get it from other people. But the song is just talking to people who, when you realize, for you, you're lucky enough to even have realized that you're doing something wrong. That already is a step to get better. So when you know it, just about giving up all of the things you feel are a bad habit for you. If, for example, just staying in bed and just everything, and it's simple things even just holding back love. Sometimes we just want to hug somebody or say hi to somebody. That can really make somebody stay. But then we as human beings, sometimes anxiety or whatever it is will just stop you from doing those good things. So yeah, the song's just about saying goodbye to all of the things you feel were toxic for you. Yeah. It's very relatable.
Yeah, it is. Didn't even know it was about that.
Hey?
I didn't know that she wrote it because of that time.
Yeah. And then so many other things just came up as well, even all of those times that you lie and you still justify that lie and you're lying, but you're just if you know it, just, stop. And I feel more often than not, we don't want to stop these things because we feel we'll be, in some sense, well, for example, even just a lie, you feel like maybe you'll be judged, but I feel people around you will even appreciate the truth, shockingly. And sometimes, habit, what you're used to. I feel sometimes you're too scared to break that habit because it's what you're used to. But, more often than not, because personally for me, I'm always so shocked with what I can actually handle when I break out of my habit and just do what's right or do what's healthier, it's really shocking what you can handle. So just breaking out of that is pretty cool.
That's so true. That's true. What about Emotions, the second song we released? Well, out there. That's on the internet right now.
Yeah, Emotions, I feel, was written about being patient with like sad feelings and when you feel really down. And just all of the thoughts, like some of the thoughts that going through my head when I'm going through those moments, like the opening line, do you still want to know the painful truths that we can't change? You know, like all of that, because sometimes when you're going through a lot, the people that love you are gonna ask you what's wrong. Now, for me, I'm always finding a million reasons why they don't want to know what's going on. You know, like, no, it's gonna make you feel a lot worse. No, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna make you look at me differently, you know, and feel very different about me, and just those moments, and then you also feel like nobody will get it, you know. You feel like you're the only one almost feeling those things, and maybe no one will get it, or if you tell them, they'll feel like it's not worth it, or stuff like that, you know. Just the million thoughts that go through, you know, and just all of the thoughts that go through my head. And like the chorus, you know, like losing control of these emotions, it's like both ways I'm wrong. In those moments, like I feel like there's nothing I can do right when I'm in those moments, you know. It's hard. I just feel like there's literally nothing I can do right. I'm turning to all the wrong ways of helping and dealing with the emotions, and I'm like, I know it's wrong. That's the, like, I'm sorry, my health, I'll think of you tomorrow. Like, you know it, you even know it's wrong, but
So
you
relatable.
in that moment, like, you just can't help it. And time can't be free because I feel I've wasted so much. Because me and time, you guys know me and time. It's something I've been struggling. I struggle with my patience a lot, and I feel like it takes me out of a lot of moments and makes me drift and overthink and think a lot and think even more, and then I end up wasting more time. How ironic is that? But yeah, I just feel like I've had a battle with time a lot, and I really need to work on that. And I mean, the song's just about those moments, you know. And then in the bridge, you know, there's, you know, you've been through more. Know that you've been through more. Just reminding myself that, and everybody else, you know, just to remind everybody and yourself that you've been through harder days than today, you know, so you can make it through. You can get through today because you've been through harder days than today in those moments. And I feel like remembering that those moments happen, they will come, but they will go. That's so true. That is so true.
Learning new things about the songs. You know, our songwriting process was very different compared to other bands. I mean, I feel like we just write how we feel and just put it in our band music because we all like the same sound, which is really awesome. We're very grateful for that. And we just learn the songs and sing them together. And I can relate to the stories.
That's true. And I'm sure you guys are going to find out why all of this probably happens and how it fits in, like when we tell you the journey of our, like the story of our entire music journey. We're going to tell that to you guys, and you'll find out how and why everything fits in if you stay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because there are a lot of things and stories that, you know, like we want to share when it comes to our music especially, and just the journey. It's a crazy, wild journey, like to...
Very crazy.
Because we have a friend of ours, we love her so much. It's like during lockdown, we were speaking to her on a video chat, and it's like we were telling her the things we wanted to do. And now we noticed how, like, she noticed, she told us, like, can you imagine everything that you said you wanted to do, now you're doing?
Last year. Was it mid
like,
to late last year?
Yeah, mid last year,
no.
wasn't it? Oh, it was actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes, we told her 2020.
Yeah. And it's like, we talked to her on a Zoom chat.
Then I remember, then last year, that's when we had that WhatsApp call with her where we spoke about it again. But none of it was happening.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Like we were basically talking about our dreams of actually playing instruments, actually like starting our YouTube channel and actually putting ourselves out there, because we've wanted to do this for a very long time. But you know, anxiety, stress, and just overall fear kind of pulled, well, me back personally. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but yeah, that's like one of the things was psyching myself out, like starting a channel and like I have social anxiety when it comes to new people. And I feel like I'm talking to a person right now. Yeah, but like I just thought, you know, it's either now or never. So
That's true.
I'd rather pick now.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. So yeah, with all of that crazy stuff, we all started playing guitar mid last year. Then we started, you know, with this Young Rebel studio. I don't know if you've seen, well, of course you've seen them, yes. So, and then all of a sudden we're like, we need a drummer, guys. And then she was like,
No. Let me tell the story. What happened was, we were like, okay, so we all played guitar. Who has the most rhythm? And it was me. That's how I became the drummer. But to be fair, it's funny that happened because I developed a love for drumming when I was like 13 years old. I really wanted to know, and then we had a girl, like a female drummer at one of our churches, and I was like, dang, I want to do that. So it kind of fell into place in the best way possible. Yeah. So that was cool.
yeah. And now we're the band Hal. H-A-L.
Yeah.
Hannah, Ann, and Lee. That's where we got the name.
The band Hal.
When it comes to music, this is the first of many to come. We have so many songs that we have written and that are still in the process of learning that we are going to share with you guys.
What actually happened though was, because we've always been writing songs since.
This
like
is not
we were,
the story vid, guys. I don't want to give away too much.
we don't give away too
Story.
much. Okay, but let's
Okay.
just say we made all of our songs on a computer. We'll tell you the studio and everything in the story video. But yes, so then now we with our millions of songs, we're finally trying to learn, because you know we started playing like last year and drums this year. So now we're trying to learn all of the songs we wrote.
I want the story vid to be very special.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
so
pictures, different
Oh,
things, and all of that.
Yes, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll
so
do
we
that.
won't give away too much of that.
Yeah,
But
but
yes, we're finally recording our first song in the
Yeah.
studio.
and documenting the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's a process.
You
Yeah.
can go watch the video. I'll put it in the
If
the card thing, whatever it is up
Yeah.
there.
The first one.
Maybe.
The playlist. Tell us about.
Yeah, the playlist.
Yeah,
There we
so
go.
You can see all the videos. Yeah, because we're just grateful. Just always grateful for the fact that, first of all, they copied the music style I like, and
That's also another crazy story of mine.
No, I'm joking.
I'm only kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'll come later.
Oh, okay. We're just grateful for everything, and yeah, just stay tuned and see what's to come. I mean, maybe next time I'll be explaining a song I wrote.
That's
Still working on that.
definitely.
Very complicated.
Definitely, you'll get there because
Yeah.
there's so much, and we're also gonna start. I hope in the future we also work as a band together more.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. We'll actually show the song we wrote together.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
To our loving heavenly Father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how is guitar for you guys so far?
Learning is a journey.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real journey. I remember when I would play air guitar.
Yeah.
That was like, I was a rock star. Literally. I felt like such a rock star. And then when we got the guitars, I felt like, now what? You know, I have it. I would try, and because of the way I was sounding, I just hated it. I'm telling you, I hated it. I really did. But I'm like, then how am I gonna get better? What's gonna happen? And then I feel like after having Xander as a teacher at Young Rebels, I felt like all of the things he was telling me really played a vital role, I feel, in me playing guitar the way I do, because of the way he was like motivating and telling you, you know, you've got it, you can do it, you know.
I know.
And I'm like,
you're watching him.
Yes,
And
and he's like, you guys are playing off of talent, not skill. And then I'm like, is this really what you're seeing, or what, you know? And then the funny thing is, after he started talking to me and like talking to me when I would play and everything, I started playing things way better than I thought I could, and I just went for every song.
Yeah.
And that shows the faith, you know?
Yeah.
Because then you finally believed in yourself, and that faith did drive you to actually bring out the best in you and the best at what you did. Because
that time it was so hard to believe, because he's even a better,
I'm so shocked.
like, he's their guitar teacher, but he's a way better drummer than I could ever be right now. And I'm just like, you're complimenting us, telling us, no, you're doing good, but then
it's crazy.
It is.
oh, he's the bassist in the videos.
Yeah, the performance.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Creep
And he's gonna play bass on our upcoming single that we're recording. Don't say the name, I don't want it to get tired.
Just hashtag TBH the Man House. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, you know, because I always longed for that music community that feels like a family.
Yeah.
And for me, like, for all of us, I bet, Young Rebel Studio is the beginning of that. And you guys are the few of you guys who will be part of it. And, you know, so far, and I'm in the bin, Emily, you're part of us right now, and I know more of you guys are coming, because we don't want this to be just like, or whatever, like a fan base or whatever. We want it to actually be like a family, a community where we can all just get together, love on each other, just love music together, you know? Because we've, you know, part of our favorite things to do, like last year, we always used to have jam out sessions where we just blast the speaker and just sing, and our parents would be like, up till what time are you doing this?
But we could go all day. And like, just individuality. Like, I really want this community to be so open to how unique we all are, because I mean, every time we get up, we always say, no, I'm awkward, no, I'm awkward, no, I'm awkward, but that's because we feel like we're not like everybody else, you know. But nobody feels like everybody else, because we all feel like ourselves.
That's
true. I want this to be a community where you know that you don't have to filter yourself, you don't have to fit in at all.
Be yourself, because everybody else is taken.
There you go. Nobody can be you better than you.
And there's a special spot for you. There is, for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to feel alone. Like, especially, like, I've been bullied. And it's so easy to feel alone. But the music community really has managed to be a second home away from my home. These two, so it's like I just thank God that like we're all into music as much as, you know, we are right now. And he actually made a band, and it's actually happening.
That's true.
It's crazy to think.
We used to dream about this, and now it's happening. Because, you know, one thing I love about music people is, haven't you noticed, like, no matter what, whether somebody is so uptight, like he's that old man who's always sitting on a couch, he never wants to get up to do anything until people play him a song and he finally talks about it, how he loves it. Like, music is something that brings everybody together. Of course, there are those few 2%. I know you'll feel it someday.
But in Coco, remember?
There you go. Watch the movie. But yeah, like for almost everyone, and even if some people don't like music, there's always those 1 or 2 songs that can really get them up and be like, hey, okay, I'm happy. And so I love that it's such a beautiful thing that we have. Whether you write it, make it, or just dance to it, listen to it, like, it really brings people together.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. How's guitar for you?
Oh, that's my guitar for me. Honestly, yes, like Hannah, I felt frustrated and I did want to almost give up. I just kept playing the same songs we learned, Walls by Louis and and
Walls by Louis and I only remember Walls by
that
Louis
was
Tomlinson.
the song we
love him.
learned together. Yeah, we do. Huge Directioners.
Yeah.
So yeah, that song we learned that song together, but that was the time we could only play till the end of the chorus, not even the full chorus. So I felt so frustrated. I even tried to start learning The Only Exception by Paramore, but with a capo because they're only like 3 chords throughout. So I was like, I can do this. But then I tried to play the original, with the power chords, and then after that again, I was like, I give up because I couldn't play power chords. Then I was like,
And I remember I had the same experience with bar chords because I was trying to learn a song by Biffy Clyro.
And there you go. But then I feel our problem, like with everything, learning something new, is we don't have patience with ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to understand that. And because one thing I've noticed, tracking your progress and actually congratulating yourself, being proud of where you've come can really motivate you. Because then once we learned the full song, I was like, but the first day we got this, I didn't even know I'd be able to like move from the A to the E. But
I
now
have a whole video of myself struggling to switch from A to E
there you go.
on the guitar.
There you go. But then once you actually start realizing, you know what, that was hard for me, but now it's easy, you'll realize soon this that is hard for me will be easy. And something else will be hard. So don't just leave it there and be like, okay, now I'm at the top. Because you can always shoot higher and, get better. So I think just looking back at, just seeing where you've come
Yeah.
can really help motivate you. It really
And
can.
practice.
Of
Practice.
course.
Because I remember when I also, Out of My System was also one of the first songs I learned, again, by Louis. And it's like, that was the song that actually taught me that I can actually sing and play at the same time.
That's cool.
It was the first song, and I was like, what?
Mine was the only exception. I took like 20 recordings the same day of me trying to sing and play the song. One day you'll hear about
What was
it.
the song you sang?
The Only Exception. I sang and played at the
Oh,
same time.
mine was What Do You Want From Me? Adam Lambert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. There we go.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
It is.
But yeah, I just feel practice. And then again, one thing that Xandros helped me realize, freestyling. Just have a moment to just play around with the instrument or whatever it is that you're learning.
And you can learn it better. Like
You do learn it better.
You get more acquainted with it.
Yeah.
And it's not as boring because I know sometimes for us creative people, theory does get a little like, what am I doing? But when you're playing around with the instrument or whatever it is, you will see that. Okay.
Because I also, I thought, how are we gonna freestyle if we're just learning? We're gonna sound so awful. But he's like, no, just do it. And you can be shocked. Like the first time you play something, you're like, oh, that actually sounded cool. I can even write a song with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it
Yeah, that's true.
advances. It's crazy.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So yes, Lee is an awesome drummer. Although I know she doesn't believe she's as good as she is. You guys saw her.
You are.
She learned in February, and those days she'd only have 4 days in the month because that was before she got the drum. So
And because we only got the drum when? Was it
in
2 months ago?
In June.
Only in
you see?
June,
So before that, she only had 4 days every month, and then in June.
No. Oh yeah, we got it in May. Late birthday present
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, June's guitar's birthday.
But every time we would play together, after her learning a song for 1 hour,
Oh, yeah.
it would really work out.
Yep.
Like the student concert, we posted clips from there.
Creep and Rock and Roll Queen.
Covers we did.
Yeah,
And rock and roll.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is she never had a drum at home. She only had that 1 hour on a Saturday to practice for that song, and that was 1 week, isn't it?
Yes.
1 week for the one song and 2 weeks for the other.
Yeah.
But that means only 2 sessions max for 1 hour. 2 1-hour
That's
sessions
true.
max. So that's a lot.
And what's crazy is that was the first time we played Creep all together as a band on the same day of the performance.
Yeah.
2 times before we sang it.
Our practice time is very different.
Crunch, rush
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah, we need to jam a lot more together. But we're getting there because I feel like we had to go through that journey to learn more. Now you talk about the drum journey.
I mean, the drum journey. Oh gosh, it's fun. I mean, I started you know, when I first started, I was like, what have I done? Why did they do this? Why couldn't we just get someone who knows how to play the drums? But now it's like, I feel myself kind of improving. I feel one moment that actually helped me in a time when I had that, like, I was having a plateau and I felt so beaten up about it. But then the one moment that helped me, I'm so sorry, but it was when I showed you some things. I showed her some exercises. You know, the simple, I don't know, like a simple beat, like the first groove you learn on the drums. And watching her do it reminded me of where I was in the beginning of this year. So it's like, I was like, you know what, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
And instead of giving up, I should just carry on. Now the only thing I want to do now is like, while I'm also improving on my drum skills, also not let go of the guitar skills.
No, you
Yeah.
can't let go
Yeah.
of music, don't.
That's true. And we
Yeah.
also want to learn drums as well. So sometimes we can all like alternate and whoever can like play and
And sadly, I found out that when playing like the saxophone or the flute, you don't just sing the note and it's like correct. You have to use the fingers and stuff. I thought you had to sing in it like.
oh honey, I wish.
That would have been so nice when you're learning it.
That I could actually play it.
That's cool.
That is
That's
so
cool.
nice. You must have like a lot of capacity, like a lot of spit power and a lot of lung power. Spit power.
That sounds very, oh gosh. Anyway.
If one person comments and tells us that they want the performance of the song we said we were going to show you guys, the song we wrote to God, then we'll post maybe another video this week. Just that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
It's a
someone
very,
tells us they want it.
like,
Yeah.
it's a very different song from what we're used to making. It was very nice to make together.
That's true.
We were really shocked.
Yeah. It's more of an acoustic kind of, you know.
Yeah.
So let us know if you want to hear it.
Yeah. And other than that, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, if you really liked it, let us know. We just love our music and we just thought, you know what, today let's just speak about the songs and kind of went off, but it was still music based.
Bye bye, awesome human.
Oh my gosh.